See what I'm saying? Because it's on the edge of the trees. Let's just go through here and get it.
This way?
Yes.
Oh my God!
We've got a lot of miles in this bad boy, and it's a brown. Pick it up, dude.
God, it's bloody too.
Oh yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, we've been striking out thus far, and we finally found a brown. Well, after finding that brown, we're gonna grit around a little bit. It's got me worried because all of this country has boot tracks in it, and a bunch of them are going a specific direction. You cut them and they're just walking straight lines. Like 2 or 3, but we're gonna just grid search. We've been trying to beat this country the opposite direction they're walking it and grid it, but we'll grid around here for a while and see if we can pick it up and bring that to you, hopefully. So say a prayer, be nice. Well, we've been gridding for a while, looking for the other side of that elk horn, and our weather is taking a drastic change. We kind of saw it, the wind was keeping it away, but anyways, we're gonna bail off. There's one more bench and then climb out of this, which is gonna take us a little while, but had a feeling this storm was gonna come get us, and we're at high enough altitude it could potentially put a bunch of snow. So we were trying to put this together and make us a little short YouTube video, kind of get this thing going just to share with you guys what we do. My kids have grandparents that don't live here, so it's just kind of neat that we can do this and just be able to share what we do, and that's all we really care about. So we're gonna grind out of here if we find something. If not, when we get back with you, we'll be at a lower altitude and more like deer country. So, but if we find anything between here and there, we got a few miles between the truck, we'll get back to you. If not, hopefully we drop our elevation, we'll get into some deer horns. So we bailed. It got ugly in a hurry, so we got a pretty big elevation gain to go, and at least it's going into the wind, but the elevation is blocking it from being in our phases. We were just trying to bail off this big thing behind us, and you couldn't even see, huh? Yeah, it wasn't too much fun. So we got gloves on, got the Kuiu guide jackets on, and we're gonna boogie out of here and drop a bunch of elevation, see if we can find some deer horns. So we'll get back to you. Well, it's not very much longer from maybe 40 minutes from our snowstorm, and we're hanging out at that Indian ruin taking a break. But to me, I was gonna, trying to be informational. That is, snowstorm is why you carry gear, and we kind of carry heavier than you want. Backpacks sometimes. We don't pack our fears, but we got fire starter with us all the time, stuff to take care of water. This time of the year, this weather changed drastically, so I just wanted to put that in here with this. Weather changed on us again. Yeah, we're just grinding it out. Kind of glad we pulled out to this. We're still on the same walk. Haven't got to the truck and moved yet, but this weather's just bipolar today. It wants to dump and dump, and it's gonna be sunny, and so anyways, still grinding. Another reminder again, always be prepared. And hopefully we can find something. We got about a 2-mile trek still left, and then we'll move to some different country. But we get over here and there's fresh tracks, look like pretty good bull tracks. So I really don't think it matters where you're at. They still haven't dropped, in my opinion. So I'm at the Indian Ruin. Like I said, this is an outdoor page. We hunt and fish and do everything. Like looking at things, just drag you guys along. So we're still just at the one, and we've covered some miles, but it's all right. We got some brown deer horns to kind of match up down in some lower country that we picked up last week. So, but we'll get back to you when we hopefully have something found. Well, we dropped our elevation because of the snow. Finally got down in here, and we are like killing it this year with freaking little fork horns, and I don't know, my boy said this is just a year of the fork horns. So it's really windy down here, makes it tough to get stuff on film, even with mics. So we're trying to see what else we can find, but at least we found one more. So Tobias is quite a ways away, and so we're just grid searching. So hopefully we find something else, and we will get back to you guys. So I mean, you can tell behind, well, I can't really show behind us, but that storm just keeps brewing, and we dropped a lot of altitude and moved quite a ways away down into this country, but we'll see what we can do. Catch you later. Man, just keep covering ground and finding little horns, but no, they're just little. But I think, I don't know, we're getting down into some stuff that maybe will produce. We'll see, but just grinding along. There's been quite a bit of country in between those horns and updates, but we'll keep you guys posted as we go. Hopefully we can get into some bigger deer horns or elk horns, kind of where we're heading with Christmas. But we'll get back to you. Alright, we're gonna try to film. I hit him on the radio. I said, "What'd you find?" He said, "A Massey 3-point." So yeah, it's kind of a big horn, but it's been slow. And as you can see again, we're getting, it just keeps coming in, and so I'm stopping to get my coat on, so I'll get all wet. But there's his Massey 3-point. It's a good one. So we'll get back to you. I'm gonna put my coat on. We'll keep trenching and hopefully find something else. And we just got back to the truck from walk number 2. Spot we pounded a few miles in, and it was not as good as we thought it was going to be. So we're back in the truck. We're quite a few miles into the day. Take a break, eat some food, check some fluids. Well, we're in spot number 3, and I really didn't expect. It's hard to tell. There's tracks everywhere, there's people everywhere. And this is wide open. We're trying to follow up from last weekend in here. and that's a couple years old, so that's kind of actually encouraging because I feel like people would be in here. But below here a ways I picked up a couple of browns. A brown setting up really nice forkhorn, you know, just a 2-point, but he was pretty big. I mean, this is nothing special, but we'll take it. But it gets kind of real cliffy and ledgy below us, and we just could not turn him up the other side. So we come in here. There's an absolute ton of deer track. We just saw probably 18 or 20 does. It's in the horns, which is fine. That's the bigger box. There's nothing does right now anyways, but finding that in the wide open, and I mean, it's at least 3 years old, 4 years old. It's got cracks in it, so kind of encouraging. But anyways, we'll not a big one at all, but we're picking a few up today. So hopefully next Saturday the weather will hold off and we can get back up into the elkhorn stuff. But we will bring you back if we find anything else. Well, I'm just gridding and gridding, and this is the place I found when we're just trying to find something else. And I glassed over. I don't know if you can see that. I glassed. I just seen it. I hadn't even walked up to it yet, but you don't find many of them. And crazy enough, it's the other side to what I have been looking for. That's awesome. Like I said, it was it's a super big forkhorn, so that's cool. I have literally been gridding this for an hour, and Tobias is just running and running. There's a ton of deer in here, and we're just pushing them all over. They just won't. But I mean, that's a great big old forkhorn, so cool. It's always cool when you can match something like that up. I kind of lost hope because there's just so much boot track in here, and Bubba, like I said, I don't know if it's just people getting out for the winter, trying to stretch their legs and not necessarily horn hunting, but I know for sure in our elk country there's horn hunters in there because ain't nobody dumb enough to just go for a hike in there. So anyways, that's awesome. Matched it up. We didn't see anything else packing with all these does. There's literally, I don't know, I couldn't video it because it was the mountains in the background, but anyways, it was 45 or something in the sage. But we'll get back to you if you find something else.